And it's just how he's competing. I mean, I think Carter's competing as well as anyone on our team right now. You know, you can see the confidence in him, and I mean, that's a good way for us to kind of go into tomorrow. You know, we had a lot of guys fight back on that backside. I think we have 8 guys still in the tournament, so you know, go win. We got 4 in the semis, got 4 in the backside. We need to have all those guys to push into place. So we have 8 guys to place and keep scoring as many points as you can. You know, we graded out some matches. You know, I want to say blew some matches, I'm saying, but just you know, lapses, you know, in that cost you, and seconds cost you, and just we talk about that, and you just see those positions, you know, really. I'm struggling because I try not to be too critical on our guys. Mm-hmm. But I am, because, man, those are things that we talk about all the time. You know, we talk about seconds making a difference, and, you know, you see situations where you turn away on the edge, and, you know, those things just can't happen. So, you know, we got more information for our guys, for us to be able to use and be like, hey, look at this situation. But really important that we come back tomorrow, put 4 guys in the final, and come back and get 4 thirds, and, you know, score as many points as we can as a team and just build momentum, you know, as a group. But, you know, there's good and bad. You know, I'll tell you about tomorrow how I feel about, you know, the tournament. We got to start beating guys that we're not supposed to beat. You know, I mean, there's going to be a lot of situations, I think, you know, tomorrow where guys we're not supposed to beat on paper, we got to start beating those guys. You know, and I think we beat a lot of guys that we're supposed to beat today. We got to go beat a bunch of guys that we're on paper not supposed to beat, and just got to do it one at a time. But I don't know. I got to really kind of think about, because like I said, I mean, I'm thinking about all 18 guys. I can't just think about, if I think about Carter, then I'm like, oh man, look, that was awesome. But even him, a little bit consistency. The last match, you know, he wouldn't go and give himself another opportunity. And, you know, you can get beat in those situations when, you know, say Blockus, you wrestle the other guy's pace a little bit. You kind of wrestle into that guy. Even Max almost got caught into the wrestling into that guy's pace. And you know what? You got to be a brave, courageous son of a bitch to be able to go out and compete like that. And they are, though. They have it in them, and they just got to be willing to do it more. And, you know, if you go get scored on, so what? But don't let the clock tick down and wait, and then, you know, that guy, he plays right into his hands. You know, we got to trust ourselves more than that and believe in ourselves and our offense more than that. And that's, you know, that's what I told the guys. Told them, you got to be willing to do that with everybody, and then I feel like the best guy in the country. I think we're the best guys in the country when we do that. We just got to do it more. I don't know. I got to kind of go back, and there's positions that are beating us that we really got to do a better job, and that's on me as a coach. We got to have those guys more prepared in some of those situations. But, you know, we're seeing some things that we have to really clean up. But, man, we got to come back fired up and excited to compete. And freaking, there's a lot of guys that second weigh in. Some guys maybe hanging their heads. You know, as a team, we want to finish as well as we can. Obviously, we're quite a ways behind right now. But we want to score as many points as we can as a team. You know, it's important to us that as a group, man, we're scoring a ton of points. We're scoring bonus points. We're doing those things. So the guys coming back tomorrow and putting themselves in the placings. I don't think we've had 8 guys place in a long time. So, you know, it's time to do that tomorrow.
What was the explanation for Blockus' match at the end?
He didn't give me one, and it's the wrong call. I know it. I mean, there's only one spot where there's not reaction time. And that was not it, you know. And they and I saw what they did. They freeze framed it. Yeah, I mean, you freeze frame the thing. Yeah, that looks like a takedown, but then you have to follow the continuous action. So he said with 2 seconds there was a takedown. I'm like, no. I said you got to follow it through. But you know what? I mean, that's where, you know, at least in the national tournament, you know, I think you have an independent review, and I don't think that stands. You know, so that's a good thing. And I got to do a better job of helping myself. You know, sometimes I get on the ref, maybe you got to approach him different. But man, I know that wasn't the right call. I know it wasn't. And that's hard for your guy. But you know, like I told Mike, I said, don't put yourself in that situation. Though. You know, you're in a situation where the guy can take you down last seconds and it costs a match. You go and get a couple of takedowns. That doesn't come into play. So you know, it's a learning experience for him. But man, I'm always gonna fight for our guys, and sometimes. I don't want to say overly, but I mean that should not have been a takedown. We should have went to overtime and should have had a chance in that. But you know, I'll go back to don't let it go to that though.
And then right after that, Max Thompson it was sort of a similar match right up until the end. Yeah. What was different about the way his match ended? I mean, you already talked about it a little bit.
Well, I think, you know, he's behind. So he's got to go. you know, you're tied, so you don't necessarily have to. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You know, you're behind, so I think he's like, man, I gotta go. But I mean, he had incredible. That was a beautiful, incredibly high level attack. But he hit a flurry of action. It wasn't just one thing, and then I'm gonna sit and kind of one thing. And I mean, it was like, I gotta go score, and I'm gonna find a way to do it. And that's what I want. Like, go do that in the first 20 seconds. I mean, saying go put that in. If you happen to get scored on, so what? But if you set that kind of pace, though, man, I can't. You know how hard it is for guys to stay with you, and most guys, like I said, they're not willing to put themselves out there that far. They're not willing to dig that deep, and you just got to be willing to dig yourself that deep, and trust yourself when you step out there, and that you can dig that deep, and he's got to do that more. And you know, it was good for him, man. He found a way. He hit a great shot, and you know, that guy. You wrestle into a guy's style, though, that can happen. And man, are those guys explosive, good, or reattacks? But man, your offense, his offense is too good when he commits to it and he sticks on it. I don't care what that guy has. I don't care if he has reattacks. That doesn't matter. And he's got to believe that, and we'll just keep hammering it to him. And you know, he'll come ready tomorrow, though. I know, excited for, you know, to put himself in the finals and go win a dang Midlands title tomorrow.
Thanks.